Hello everyone, welcome to Redmen TV. We are live on YouTube. We hit 200,000 subscribers thanks to you guys. You know you are. If you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, do it now. Join the revolution. Yeah, we thought we'd take some questions and then answer them, Chris, forming the A part of the Q&A.
That is how they work. We've seen it on the YouTube before.
For anal, in which case, no, that will not be happening. Because well, look, it might lead to True Geordie having to do a review of one of our videos.
That could be cool.
Listen, exposure's exposure. We want to get to 500,000. Sometimes you need to take gambles.
Okay.
No! God, no! God, no! Just to kick us off, we had some questions come in via Twitter, so we'll start there. It's people. I don't know how to answer these questions, Chris, but so I'll throw it to you.
Okay.
Reds many underscores 1892 predicted starting lineup for next season.
Okay.
Jan Oblak in goal.
Well, I was thinking of Oblak, but I'm gonna go Lloris Karius in goal. Right. Listen, anything could happen. We could sign a number of different goalkeepers, and I might pick one and it'd be completely wrong. There's a fella that I think's going to be at Liverpool next
Slightly
season.
Better chance of it being him because he is a Liverpool player.
Exactly. So I'm going to go with Lloris Karius. I'm going to go right back. Trent Alexander-Arnold. I'm going to go centre halves Joe Gomez and Virgil van Dijk. I'm going to go left back Andy Robertson. Excuse me. I'm going to go Jordan Henderson, Naby Keita, Adam Lallana, Mo Salah, Sadio Mane, Roberto Firmino.
Sound. There was an opportunity to be very exciting there.
Okay, I'll take Henderson and put Goretzka in.
Sound. Okay, cool. Yeah, if you fancy playing along and answering any of these questions in the comments, by all means do. We're going to be taking some comments from YouTube as well in a moment. Jer Kalai has asked a number of questions on Twitter, some of them more offensive than others, but we'll start with a nice simple one before moving on to one that's offensive to someone that's not us. What is your favourite TV show at the moment?
The Man in the High Castle.
Excellent.
Absolutely outstanding.
Yeah. Punisher for me. And the Marvel series have taken a little bit of a dip since Daredevil and Jessica Jones, but Punisher's amazing. Such good telly. And he then follows up with, is Tom good with the females? Doesn't look like it with his appearance. Tom is a dark horse.
At many things.
At many things, being with the opposite sex is not one of them.
Oh, come on.
No. Tom,
That's harsh.
I think Tom is a very handsome man. I think he's got many sexual qualities.
Okay.
And if my bread was buttered that way, I probably wouldn't, because I think he wears his jeans too loose. I think he needs a more fitted pair of jeans. Okay. Because he's got a bit of a hip hop thing going on.
So you like him, but you wouldn't shag him because his jeans don't fit well enough.
Yeah, you've got to.
Okay, I'm just making it clear for myself. I just want to, let that sink in.
Yeah. I think people have, you've got to dress to impress. And if someone's not prepared to dress to impress, then it tells you a lot about their personality.
It's a good point, well presented.
Absolutely. Ty, have you got any questions for us?
There's loads here.
We've just had quite a good, interesting one from CKHD. What's the best experience you guys have had through Redmen TV?
Right, for me, there's two absolute standouts. Going over to visit Lucas Leiva at his house in Rome is a real standout because it takes you out of the norm as well. Because this is the thing, Redmen TV is incredible and we love what we've fucking built and you guys have helped build with us. But 99% of the time it's in this fucking room. Yeah. And I'm generally speaking sat on that seat there. Yeah. So anything that takes me out of here is automatically a winner for me.
Which is why we've done this in this setup. This is the podcast setup. So if you've ever watched the video version of the podcast, this is how we record it, just to give you a little bit
You'd know that though if you did watch the video version of the podcast. So I don't know why you're telling them that.
Yeah, exactly. By proxy. Lucas, what was the other one?
You
didn't have a second one, did you?
No, yeah, it's Phil Coutinho, Raheem Sterling, Lazar Markovic, and Jordan Ibe, Dizzy Pens, and that.
Yes, I enjoyed making Lazar Markovic kick Raheem Sterling. I didn't tell him to do it. but he went and did it. We should have had a little glimpse into the futures the future of Lazamarkovic, because he was terrible. He was terrible at everything we asked him to do, comparatively speaking.
They've all gone now. Bar Markovic, believe it or not.
Bar Markovic, who'd have thought that the only player that could still be a Liverpool player right now would be Lazamarkovic, and he's also the one that's the
should have gone first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
That was a great thing. Getting to interview Luis Suarez very early on. Anton Zama from Empire of the Cop got me that interview through Adidas, which was amazing. So it was cool because it was a very, very awkward and stressful situation. That was cool. I still go back to it, and it's a shame that it's not more. But driving to Basel to watch the Europa League final, getting in there, and 45 minutes of that, everything bar 45 minutes in the second half, was absolutely one of the best experiences in my life. If you ever get a chance, go and watch the documentary. It's surprisingly uplifting, and it helps that Liverpool actually, we're getting better and better on the pitch, which kind of softens the blow of that a little bit. But yeah, being in the square in Basel and dancing around with Liverpool fans and drinking and partying and stuff was proper old school Liverpool. And even then this season, to be fair, a lot of the tours going over to America and being able to go over and going to watch Liverpool play at Fenway Park was a pretty cool experience. That'd be
amazing.
I thoroughly enjoyed that. Have you got one?
Other than the two that I've mentioned?
No.
Question. Yeah, there was a good one here actually. Amit Mystery says favourite chant at the moment. My favourite chant has been for a long time.
Born Under a Live Bird. I love that chant. I think it's good. It's never going to take off because it's so weirdly toned. I like it, but it misses that X factor for it to be a massive.
Yeah, I think at the aways it can be, and there was one, I think it was Derby, in the cup a couple of years ago, maybe it was last season. It went on for about 15 minutes, and it was just incredible. And if chants go like that, and they're sung like they're supposed to be sung, and for a decent amount of time with every fan in the stand doing it, it does catch on, and it has caught on. It just doesn't catch on at Anfield, and that's the difference.
Yeah.
It's like the other one. It's the slow version of Poor Scouts for Tommy. You're not beating that. But what happens is when it goes to Anfield, it gets sped up too much, and it keeps getting quicker and quicker. But if it's just the proper slow one,
you know what
it's
kills
incredible.
It? You know what moment kills that song? It's the fast clap in the middle of it, and it actually takes the speed up a notch, and it's basically impossible. And it's also hampered by the fact that people don't know. They go, it goes, oh, I am a Liverpoolian. I come from Spying Cop, and then it goes, and then everyone, the vast majority of people who haven't bothered to learn it, then trail off. So the song it peaks up, and then dies off, and then people kind of come in for the rush scored 1, rush scored 2, but at the end, it's my favourite. Scars and Tommy is my favourite Liverpool song. My favourite chant, and I look, the Genie Wijnaldum one you can't beat.
Yeah, that's amazing.
But Fields of Anfield Road is the best Liverpool song, because it's that one that particularly when you've scored and everyone gets in it and everyone goes like that on the Cop at the same time and starts battering, and it's normally like the second time around that you can get the whole, because it's so simple as well, but it's got enough words that it's got enough to it. The whole of Anfield can sing that. And Anfield, there's no better atmosphere, I think, than when you've got the whole of, even better than You'll Never Walk Alone to some extent. That's always been mine. It's just a shame we just don't have, like the Salah songs are, the Momo Salah's okay, isn't it? And Genie Wijnaldum's good, and we've got a few little ones like that. I'd like the Dom Solanke one to take off, because I think that's funny, and it's also got a nice repetitive quality to it. But we just haven't replaced Torres chants. We haven't replaced Suarez chants. We need some better chants.
Owen Gallagher says, Chris Paul, apart from Istanbul, what was your favourite Liverpool match and moment?
My favourite match was the FA Cup final 2001, Arsenal. Me and my dad got the train. It was a day after our leavers ball from sixth form, and I was like, so I'd have been 18, so I wasn't like hungover. I was just still a bit drunk. And it was a twat of a journey to get to Cardiff. It always is. And it was just a great day, and obviously it looked like we were about to throw it all away. Arsenal battered us, and then we came up and Michael Owen just single-handedly won us it, and it was just absolutely amazing. Being back at the train station, everyone trying to pile onto trains on the train home. There were kids in the luggage racks lying down to get space, and everyone was just singing songs all the way back. Absolutely amazing.
Mine was Dortmund a couple of years ago in the Europa League run. Best atmosphere I've ever been in any game of football, and the way that we came back, I mean, it was incredible. I've never felt like that. Felt like there was an energy in the air, and it felt like it was inevitable. And the fact that, you know, Thomas Tuchel was talking about it after the game and stuff, and how he didn't understand how it happened. I felt all of that, and I'm not like a fucking spiritual person in that regard, but I felt something fucking that day that I've never felt before. Yeah. So it really didn't matter that a trophy wasn't on the line for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Si?
We have got Mr. Data, son of Song, says, if Paul and Chris never decided to start up the Redmen TV, what do you both think you'd be doing in your lives, job-wise, I mean?
Oh, God, I'd still be in the tavern, me. Or in jail for murder.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd either still be in the tavern, or I'd be doing something along these lines, but probably far less successfully, because there was I remember having a choice of the kind of things I wanted to pursue, and Redmen was one of those ideas. We did a pilot actually for a TV show called The Restaurateurs before we did Redmen, and I wanted to try and get into TV and film, and there was a few ideas of things I thought one of these might be the answer, and then we kind of, Redmen was the one that we liked the most, and we kind of stumbled in, and it stuck and it worked. So hopefully I'd like to think it would be something else successful in the media, but you know, what are the odds of that? It would probably be me on the dole somewhere being very, very sad and depressed. Interesting, actually, Andy, just on the formation thing, Andy H. 0024, what was the most challenging aspect of bringing the channel to where it is today? Probably just the amount of work that goes into it. I think there's a lot of people over the years who see it and they think it's all the fun stuff we do. They think it's that, because that's the stuff that obviously goes bigger, I guess, and that's the stuff that gets put in front of more people who aren't necessarily fans of the channel. And people think, yo, look at that, these get to do all these things. People see the cool stuff we get to do and presume that it's been handed to us somehow. Whereas quite the opposite is true. It's the fact that we've had to work our absolute bollocks off, and we've had to financially destitute ourselves. We've had to live on Tesco value baked beans for the vast majority of the time that we've done this, and had to risk alienating family members and, you know, particularly, you know, significant others, ignoring, you know, not getting to spend quality time with the kids when they've been growing up and stuff. That's the hardest part of it, because if you want to be a success in these things, Chris, you know, there's some people
back yourself, though. Yeah,
well, exactly.
Ultimately.
Yeah, I think some people kind of fall arse backwards into things, and you know, they go viral and they're made. You know what I mean? Whereas would have been lovely if we'd been able to do that at some point. But you know, ultimately we've had to do it. We've had to come up the hard way, and yeah, that's been the most difficult. The most difficult thing is really on a week-to-week basis, particularly in the early days, is when Liverpool was shit, and we were shit when we started this. We had Roy Hodgson in charge.
I thought you were talking about us. I was going to say we were as well.
We were shit as well.
Fucking
What's
terrible,
the early videos? Horrendous. We thought it was so good at the time as well.
We really did.
There's an encouragement though, actually, on that, is that, you know, just keep plugging away and keep improving what you do, because when you start, it doesn't need to be perfect when you start, because you can get better at things. But it was the fact that we were terrible and we were performing terribly, and I had to, at the time, you know, it was in the back room of my house, and I had to pin the original banner up on the wall every time. I had to drag a couch over, I had to set the TV up, plug it out. I had to do all these crappy things, and I had to go and sit, and took yonks to edit it, and it took even longer to upload it because the internet was terrible back in the day. And you know, we were playing terribly. It was just finding the motivation to do it when the last thing you wanted to do was to do it. But I used to always take solace in that, because it was always very cathartic. So yeah, that was very much the hardest thing. So if anyone wants to do these kind of things, actually, just a note on that, if anyone wants to get involved with doing, you know, if everyone likes fan channels, if you're not necessarily a Liverpool fan or whatever, you know, you want pointers or tips or guidance or whatever, and you want to get a channel set up, or if you've got an existing channel and, you know, you want to get involved, or you want to have a chat, or you know, you want help in getting bigger, always open to chat and conversation. Email us interact@theredmentv.com, or tweet one of us. I'm at the Paul Machin on Twitter. Chris is at Mr. Blood Red.
I won't reply though.
I will. So get in touch with me.
If you email me, I will.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, do get in touch with us because obviously, you know, we love doing what we do. This wasn't a thing when we started. There was no Arsenal Fan TV. There was no Full-Time Devils. There was nothing. There was us, and then there was Talk Norwich, and then there was the bit of True Geordie doing a few things, and then, you know, a few others popped up and came along. We've got more and more people to talk to. It's great. The more the merrier. And again, you know, I would highly encourage it if you've got a ridiculously high work ethic and you don't mind being abused on the internet on a daily basis, and you've got a passion for talking about footy. I do recommend it, although not from a time.
Chris Wilson says, what is the best video you've ever made? And Zubair Desiree says, what do you think is the best video on the channel?
The best video we've ever made was the Happy video.
It was all right.
It was up
it was
there.
Good.
You can't stand it now because you were in it, and you had to spend so many times watching it, but declined. That's one of the best things we've made. There's a lot. The worst thing about it, a lot of the early stuff we did, you could spend.
Someone's remembered Art Attack there.
Art Attack. Yeah, we made a Gary Neville punch bag. We did a lot. Like the Gary Neville razor advert from back in the. We used to do stuff, and I used to spend weeks and hours, you know, making these highly complicated edits, and then, you know, someone had to put a video of the dog eating ice cream, and it'd get 50,000 more views than what we'd done. So yeah, unfortunately, the things that are the best things we've done are not necessarily the biggest things we've done. When you see that the video, I pointed a camera from the stand at the back of the stand against Real Madrid of us calling Paul Scholes a ginger mank twat, and that's the biggest video on the channel still, and probably will be forever and ever. Yeah, annoying.
It's not. My favourite, I think Happy's got to be up there. My favourite one was one of the tactics videos I did with Aubrey, like, just because of the hard work that goes into them as well. I think sometimes when you put a lot of effort into something and then you can see that people like it and people fucking love it, it makes a fucking massive difference. Whereas, you know, like you said there, that Paul Scholes one, that's just opportunism, isn't it? You've not worked incredibly hard to create something yourself. So when you put a lot of time and a lot of effort researching into doing something, and I learned how to write backwards, you know, on a fucking piece of glass for that video. Yeah. And then people loving it makes a fucking massive difference. So that one for me, like,
absolutely. And I mentioned it before, the Basel documentary, I think it's called The Road to Recovery. If you haven't watched it, I do highly recommend sitting down and checking it out, because it is one of the finer things that we've put together. Really captured the whole vibe and the feeling of the four of us going over there, and it was a very difficult thing to do. The driving was immensely stressful and tiring at times, but yeah, you know, it was good, and that's the amount of effort that was weeks and weeks and weeks went into the edit to make that a thing. So again, yeah, I would go and check that out.
Lyle's pineapple on pizza.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
I don't get people who not. I can get people not liking it. I think there's a lot of people who don't like it, but they've not tried it. They're put off by the idea of fruit on things. I get it. So if you've tried it and you don't like it, fine. If you've never tried it and you are totally against it, that's weird.
Are these people allowed red currant jelly with the roast chicken? Are they allowed cranberry sauce with the roast turkey? I mean, is this the problem? Because that's the problem. That's an acceptable problem, but don't fucking eat cranberry sauce with your turkey dinner and come over here talking to me about no pineapple on pizza.
I like pineapple on pizza, if I'm honest. But like I said, I don't get the people who are like rage, who just genuinely are ragingly angry about the notion of it being a thing. That's weird.
It's like the people who get incredibly angry about who's the better footballer, Messi or Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I don't really see the big deal. They're both incredible footballers.
That being said, though, that
people get angry about it.
No, but the people do. That's slightly different. That's like saying what's a better, like, your better console, SNES or Mega Drive. You get entrenched in things, but like it's a type of food. It's not like you know, there would be no battles or wars or fists thrown over pineapple on pizzas, or at least I hope to God there won't be.
Although cheese and jam butties, limited Rolos is strange. My dad does that like it's weird.
Wait, what?
Cheese and jam butties.
Puts jam and cheese together.
Yeah, but I suppose, like, yeah. My dad.
That is weird.
But then you think it's just cheese and pickle in a roundabout way, innit? You know what I mean? He's just adding something different
in a very, very, very roundabout way. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, cool. There's a player. Favourite player right now, excluding Salah, asks Javier Van Wyk. Sile, are you onto this as well?
Favourite player right now?
Player, Firmino.
Chris?
I'm going to go Adam Lallana still, just.
I thought Oxlade-Chamberlain was taking that mantle for you.
He's taking it, but he's not taking it.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I go Roberto Firmino. I absolutely love him to bits. He's just mad. He's mad as a box of frogs, isn't he? I'd love him to be able to speak better English so I could have a better conversation with him, to be perfectly honest. Past that, his performances have let me down big time this season in that regard, but I like Jordan Henderson. I liked the Jordan Henderson of, think about him in 13-14 when he was the all-action box-to-box, and he started to add a couple of goals to his game as well. He scored some really important goals that season. I like that. I like guys who've just got that energy. Like when Gerrard was in his prime, he used to tear around the pitch. Beckham in his prime used to cover every blade of grass. I like players who do that. Lallana falls into that as well.
Trent's doing a lot for me at the minute as well.
Trent's doing a lot.
Gomez for me as well, yeah. Gary Young's asked me a question, Chris, why the Vikings? They play in purple, and I've got a purple wee-bit, no kidding. We drafted Randy Moss in 1998. I think he played for us for about 6 seasons or something like that before he maybe went on to the Raiders after us. And then he went to Patriots and stuff. When we drafted Randy Moss, he was incredible. There was a big load of hype around him, so I kind of just followed him for that. I've stuck with him ever since.
Go on. Triple BSS, what's your favourite movie of the whole of 2017?
Oh, wow. I only watch superhero movies because I don't have time to watch anything serious. So it's a toss-up between Spider-Man Homecoming or Thor Ragnarok.
I'm not sure I saw any 2017 movies. I probably did, but I couldn't tell you. I don't know whether Snowden was 2016 or 2017. I only watched it about a month ago.
Yeah.
Thought it was incredible. Absolutely incredible.
My Sid Cannon says my ex-brother-in-law has cheese, jam and peanut butter.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Depends what type of cheese, I guess. It'd have to be mild, like, very mild.
Yeah, absolutely, like.
Okay, cool.
I mean, you're not having a Stilton with jam, are you? Well, maybe the strong stuff works better. Who knows?
Right, Triple BSS, who started us off on Twitter before, says, will you make another Fittest Fans, please? If you know, you know. No. No, we won't.
What about the Liverpool strip?
The most hated Liverpool video of all time on our channel was the LFC strip. Poor old Jodie. Nice girl.
Yes, Ellis.
Yeah, so no, with the Fittest Fans thing, no, because it's a bit, wait, lads, here's some birds, let's look at birds. It was funny, and to be fair, if you watch that video, it was done very tongue-in-cheek, and they were all models that we hired in for it to complete the joke. They were all Liverpool fans, and we had to ask 2 of them to pretend to be Evertonians. Sorry to break the illusion on that one, but there's a reason why we gave like the Evertonian girls like really deep voices and stuff in the edit, because it was meant to be a gag more than it was about ogling on over
Matt
breasts.
W asks Paul, best way to cook an egg?
What, as in like fried, boiled, etc., etc.
I guess so, boiled.
Yeah. It depends. Horses for courses. You could have an Alan Partridge egg medley.
But if you had
one boiled, one fried, one poached.
One egg, and you knew it was your last ever egg, what would you do with it? Boiled.
Boiled egg and soldiers is the best way to eat egg.
I mean, it's the most childish way to eat egg.
It says, yeah, so if you're going to have one last egg, what are you going to do? I'm going to have a fried egg that you have every single day of your life.
Do you, though?
No, but that fried egg is the most common of the...
I never said fried egg, though,
No, you said fried. I'm saying, as an example, what every other other type of egg is so grown up that you just do it. You'd have to set aside doing dippy eggs and soldiers. It's a treat thing.
Okay, fair enough. Right, ketchup or more cold?
Poached.
Nah, yeah,
it
probably,
is poached,
yeah.
Isn't it?
Why?
Because it's like, I'm going to sit down and have a poached egg on some whole grain toast.
I wouldn't have had it on toast.
No.
Ketchup or more cold, says Mega J Warrior.
What?
I think he means you keep your ketchup in the fridge.
Oh no, don't keep your ketchup in the fridge. Nah. Are you a serial killer?
It's fucking mental.
Why would you do? Oh, here's a question though. Mayo fridge?
Absolutely, but we've talked about this on a podcast before. Only because I like the taste of it cold, not for any like.
Is that because you don't like the taste of it? because it needs to be
It
cold
chills
to
it
trick your taste
down.
buds.
Yeah, a little bit, I think. Because I had it on pizza when I was about 11 years old and threw up. And I was always a little bit off with mayonnaise for a few years. And the ketchup in the fucking fridge thing, right? I'm just going to weigh in on this now. Ketchup was made before fucking fridges were a thing in your fucking house, right? So you keep it in your fucking cupboard. It's that simple.
I would keep it, if it was a jar of mayo, I'd keep it in the fridge. Whereas if it's like the squeezy ones, I keep it in the cupboard. It's like I don't know why it's a psychological thing about
Weird.
that. What about jam?
Jam in the fridge, again, like the taste of it cold. Always like hot and cold. Cool. Hot toast, cold jam.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
I've got
Jake,
quite a good one here.
Go on, say.
Bentley 11. One Game of Thrones character to manage Liverpool and one to captain it. He says you can use characters that are being killed off, but I probably wouldn't say that they're being killed off.
Well, listen, let's talk fucking Ned Stark, captain, first and foremost.
You know why? Because he was also, because he's Sean Bean, and he was also in When Saturday Comes, and he was a very tardy footballer in that game as well. So, if we're living in this fantasy world, I think he's player manager.
And Daenerys Targaryen.
You want Jon Stark. Jon Snow is your... I think Jon Snow is your
Tywin Lannister.
As what? You manager? I'd go Daenerys Targaryen. I mean, the threat of those dragons. I mean, you're not getting a bad performance in a big game with them on the fucking sideline, are you? Let's be honest.
Yeah. Okay. Jacob Miller says, what did you guys do before doing Redmen TV? We said it a little bit earlier on in the thing, but Chris managed the tavern on Smithdown, and I worked at the tavern. I love that restaurant. It's still one of my favourite places to go, but it wasn't. We didn't have great jobs. That's no slight on the quality of the food. The quality of the food is excellent. And we actually also know the current manager, who's Joe, is our friend. I would highly advise going to the tavern to eat.
Absolutely.
More so now that we don't work there.
Arjun Mystery, favourite Friends character? Chandler up until probably series 4 ended. And then they really worked out what to do with Ross, and he got funny, and Joey. But I think you're right. I think Chandler's still the best.
So my missus has been working through it again from the start, and those first couple of series are just Chandler's amazing on that. Okay, let's have 3 more questions. One from each of us. It wasn't a reasonable suggestion.
Why did you rob the ball? Chris says West Beast MVP.
Stop robbing balls.
MVP. I didn't rob the fucking ball, okay? Jesus wept.
Ryan Woodhouse, favourite Oasis and Beatles song?
Favourite Oasis song, Slide Away.
Yep, Slide Away for me, but not the released version, one of the live ones that was on a bootleg. You had it, and I never found that again.
There's like an acoustic version that they did, which is amazing. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, to be fair, I like almost every Oasis song up until they did Dig Out Your Soul, which is one of the worst albums ever made.
And Blackbird for my Beatles.
Blackbird's a decent shout. You changed. You used to always be sort of standing there, wasn't it? Favourite Beatles song is very, very. It's impossible to pick a favourite Beatles song. Like, it depends on the time of mood. It's something from Rubber Soul. Literally pick any song on Rubber Soul. Sorry, I have to ask. No, I can't. We can't end on that. That was a terrible question. I need to pick one more decent ones. There's some terrible questions. Oh yeah, Peter Walker, is this studio in your house? No, unfortunately not anymore. But thanks to the wonderful people who subscribe to the redmentv.com, we've been able to move out. We've been able to move above and beyond. And of course, thanks to the help from the people who do at Ball Street as well, who've been able to help make a lot of our dreams come true. So some of the most wonderful people, again, the people who help actually make this a thing and put the content, make the content better and drive us on and help us grow on a daily basis. The people who subscribe to the website. If you enjoy the YouTube stuff, I've said this plenty of times, but I'm going to say it again. We've reached 200,000 subscribers. The reason why we're here is because you guys have subscribed to this, but the reason why there's content and there's lights and cameras and everything is because people subscribe to the redmentv.com. If you want to support us, if you want extra content, there's loads of it there. We're talking 20 hours of content each and every month. It's £5 a month. The first month is completely free if you want to go and have a little sample and see what it's like. If you need it for the content's there for you. But if you just want to support the channel, if you want it to continue into the future, if you want it to still be a thing by the time we get to 500,000 subscribers, then please do become a Redmen TV supporter. Again, go to the website, sign up, and that would be a massive thing for us. You know, our favourite people in the world, Chris, are the people who subscribe to the website. Second favourites are the people who just subscribe to the YouTube channel, of course.
And hi, Will Campbell. He was too scared to say hello to me on the 81 the other week.
Oh, what, the 81?
Apparently so.
Why were you on the 81?
Got the bus into work. It must have been our Christmas party.
South, okay, cool. So yeah, thanks very much. Thanks very much to you guys for subscribing to the YouTube channel. Hope you've enjoyed it. Here's to 500,000. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, get involved with it. We want to smash that milestone. It took us like 5 years to get to 100,000. It took us another 2 to get to 200,000. So let's get to 500,000 in the next 18 months, and I think that'll be
6 days.
That'd be pretty decent. But yeah, thanks Si, who's behind the camera, for his very brief input and for answering one question along the way. That was great. Tom, who's upstairs doing all the editing. To Ross, who's been smashing the social media. To Steve Hoare, to Aubrey Reynolds, to everyone who's been involved with the channel over the last 7.5 years. What a ride! I can't wait to continue. We will continue the second the stream is over, because it's now our job, and it's because of you guys and the people who subscribe to the website to become one of them, and we'll love you forever. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Paul.
Yeah, thank you. See you soon.